What's up, YouTube? So, YouTube has been telling me through their research, you guys have been wanting to talk about KFC chicken. And damn it, now I'm going to have to pause it for the air conditioning unit. Damn. Okay, and now we're back. Sorry about that. I had to go turn the thermostat up 1 degree so I could shut off the geothermal unit. So, back to what I was getting ready to say. Basically, YouTube has told me you guys like to, check out KFC chicken. Well, I happened to work at KFC when I was about 16 years old. It wasn't my very first job. It was one of my first jobs. I actually worked there an entire year as a cook. So, I'm going to tell you guys a couple of secrets about KFC that I learned when I worked there. Number one, the original recipe, don't order that shit. When I worked there, and again, this was back in the 90s, and I don't know about every store. I only worked in this one store. It was in Virginia Beach, and we'll leave it at that. If anybody really wants to push me or question my, authenticity on any of this, I'll be gladly to go and tell you the name of the manager in the store and the location and address and all that good stuff. But back to what I was about to say. As a cook, I had to saute the original recipe. The original recipe, you put in this big metal barrel, and basically you just dump in what a whole lug of chicken, and like a lug of chicken would be like, hang on a second. Not a container exactly this size, but a container like this. You know what I mean? Just a big, large, square box full of chicken. And each bag of chicken was 2 whole chickens cut up. So you would have to take this whole big box of chicken, and you would dump all the chicken into the marinating machine. Then you would dump all the seasoning, the 11 herbs and spices, or some of them, in there. And then you would dump water in on this. And then this machine would run and just rotate and just flip the chicken around and flip all the seasoning around. And like, everybody's like, oh man, what's so wrong with this? It just doesn't sound bad yet. The way this restaurant was set up, the marinating machine was up against the wall. Directly to the left of it, in the corner, was this nasty, recessed drain area that all the mops and everything was, kept, and where we pushed all the dirty, nasty water every night. And it was just beyond that, because it was like 2 walls like this. So on this wall, basically you had the sinks. So you had the sinks all along here that was filled up with dishwater, where we've been washing dishes all night. And then you had the nasty mop sink area. Ugh. Oh God, it just so grosses me out right now. I'm just like, I just ate. Okay, so you guys are gonna, yeah, just hang on a second. All right, so sometimes when you would dump the chicken, okay, so you had it in the machine and it's been flipping around in the barrel for like 30 minutes. So you take the blue lug and you stick it underneath of the chicken machine. And you then dump the chicken machine into the blue lug. Because what you now have to do is you have to, by hand, take all this slimy, wet, marinated chicken and rebag it. And you know what I'm saying? You got to count out, 4 legs, 4 wings, 4 breasts, 4 thighs. It's a raw chicken, so that's already gross, and now it's all wet and slimy. But sometimes when you dump it out, it would fall down into that little area, and they would get mad at you if you threw any chicken away. So you were to grab that chicken as quickly as possible from the nasty mildew area. Sorry. All right. Yeah, you'd have to pick out that chicken from the mildew area and throw it in a bag and just count it up real fast. And then once you counted it up, you tied the bag back up and you put it back in a clean lug. The other thing that would also happen when you would be doing this is that, sometimes you'd be trying to handle it and the chicken's all slippery and it'd slip out your hands and either wind up in the dishwater or wind up down there again or just on the floor. It's just, oh my god. Another time, I had just brought a rack of extra crispy up. It had just come out the fryer. It was dinner time. The place was packed. I'm talking about line out the ass. This is back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? When people actually went and got some shit and did stuff themselves and did not Uber Eats everything and fucking be a bunch of wussies. But at any rate, the damn store was packed. And like, I was carrying the rack up, and when you would carry it up, you'd have like a towel in one hand, and you'd be holding it with tongs in the other. And basically, it got my finger, and when it did, it burned the shit out of me, and I just dropped the rack. When I did all that, like the chicken went everywhere, I was like, oh shit! Everywhere or everybody in the whole place just stopped. I remember turning around and I could see through the chicken window, like everybody was just staring, like watching to see what my next move was. So, like, me being me, fucking the right thing to do is I just dropped all the chicken on the floor and be to fucking throw the shit away. I started throwing it away, and one of the managers come around from the other side where people couldn't see her because she was behind, like, in a just, I can't remember what they call it, but basically it's a big ass metal box that you fucking keep shit hot in. Any rate, she came from the other side where they couldn't see her. She slides a rack right up on top of the fucking trash can that I just slid over. That everybody just saw me slide over because like everybody, you could see everybody like, this bitch put the fucking chicken. Because I already started throwing chicken in the damn thing. I was mad as a motherfucker. Anyway, this bitch started putting put a rack right on top of the fucking the top of the trash can, so it looked like I was throwing the chicken away. But I was putting the chicken on the damn thing. She was like, take it to the back and then bring it back up and put it right in the window. I fucking swear to God. I fucking swear to God. That bitch told me to put it right up in the goddamn window. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I mean, like, I'm 16 years old at the time. You know what I mean? I'm just like give you an idea, guys. I was making $4.75 an hour. Okay, that's how long ago we're talking. We're talking about the mid 90s. So, I don't know if things have changed, but I tell you right now, to this day, I do not eat no original recipe. Oh yeah, we're not done yet. Let's see, what else was it? Not so that it's. Hold on. Okay, back up. I was about to tell you that they make the barbecue chicken sandwich, like the pulled barbecue chicken sandwich. That used to be the rotisserie that was left over from the night before. Now I don't know if they still do rotisserie or not or whatever, but I do have a nasty ass rotisserie story. All right, so it was like, I want to say it was Super Bowl night or something crazy. It was like some kind of big holiday deal. We were stupid busy. The delivery truck hadn't come yet. The only lug of whole chickens we had for rotisserie chicken left smelled, and it just smelled bad. And like, I knew it smelled bad when I was fucking making them, but it was the only one that we had, and they told me to make them. Again, being 16 years old, not wanting to lose my job, I was like, okay, following orders. Captain Chicken Man. No. Stupid Ed. But, at any rate, we got calls all fucking night long. The chicken looked perfect. Like, when you got it, it looked great. People, when they were boxing them up, they're like, man, these chickens smell a little funky. Well, at any rate, we got calls all night long, and it's not funny. I don't mean to laugh, but people were pissed. They're like, why in the fuck does this chicken smell like ass? What crawled up its ass and died? What the fuck? I mean, these chickens smell bad. Like, it made me gag fucking making them. Like, it really did. let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, there was this old lady that worked there. I can't remember her name, but they used to call like they like I used to love the coleslaw there, and they're like, my coworkers like, no, 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 you don't want the coleslaw. And the reason why is because this bitch had a tendency to sneeze while making a coleslaw, and it's a great big giant barrel like this. And she was a great big giant woman. She was as wide, she was as big as this barrel around. Okay, and fucking, she would stand there and be like mixing it, and like scraping off the sides of the bowl, making sure all the mayonnaise and everything else is mixing. She'd ah shoo, right into the friggin' bowl. Just everybody called it a sneeze slaw around there, and that was pretty nasty. Um, what else? I don't know. Y'all want to talk about a KFC anymore? I mean, like, these are just things I can remember off the top of my head. It's just when I seen y'all been searching KFC chicken, I had to throw that all out there. Just so you know what you're searching or searching for. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys had fun and didn't gross you out too bad, because I grossed myself out pretty bad just remembering some of that stuff. I hadn't thought about it in a really long time. Oh god, that mop thing. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Check y'all later. Bye.